Hey everybody, Justin from FrugalSnobs.com. What's up, YouTube? I brought you with me. Say hello.
Hello.
Brought another currency review for everybody here to the YouTube channel. While you're here, folks, make sure you subscribe. It helps us out. If you like what you've seen, what you've heard, and what you're about to see or hear, check out the Frugal Snobs podcast. Everything you need to know is at FrugalSnobs.com, and you can enjoy us wherever you enjoy your podcast. Anyway, folks, today we have brought everyone the Maltese shilling from 1943. The 1943 Maltese or Malta shilling banknote. There is no back to this note, folks, so we're going to be focusing purely on the front side of the note. The note features King George VI.
Yes.
Yes. So if you are an enthusiast of King George VI, we also encourage you to check out our 1937 Bank of Canada series banknotes featuring also King George VI. So, Christina, this is from your Museum of Money. Right, and there is no back to this note, so we're going to be focusing purely on the front side of the note. This particular note, and we'll talk a little bit about the history of Malta as well to wrap up the video, but Christina, the front side of the note features what color scheme? And by the way, folks, Christina, before you speak, if you want to hear epic description of colors, you should check out the Mexican peso ticket or Mexican peso banknote videos we did here on the channel. You can also find them in the Mexican currency playlist, where Christina has a very skilled means of describing colors in an epic fashion. So,
I'm a writer. What do you expect?
So, let's go ahead and check out the front side of this note, Christina. So, what color scheme do you see?
Besides multiple. So shall I dazzle our listeners with the various hues that I'm going to describe?
Hues. Okay, go ahead on the front side of this note.
Starting with the background alone. Mm-hmm. It goes from a teal to like a reddish orange to a teal again. Now the print goes from a dark blue on the teal to a dark reddish purple back to the blue. So it fades with the background.
Understood. And by the way, folks, just very quickly, this is a 1943 Maltese shilling note. And again, most of the time shillings, for at least the UK and their territories, were mostly coins.
Exactly.
In this case, it is an actual banknote. Again, no back to this note. It's from 1943, so it is a World War II note. Malta, of course, is a country located, of course, in Europe, in the Mediterranean, and was actually ceded to the United Kingdom, or at the time, England, what is now the United Kingdom, in the Treaty of Paris of 1814 to basically wrap up the Napoleonic Wars and gave them a spoil of war.
Yes.
So, the Maltese shilling from 1943, and like you said, Christina, this is a multicolored note, yes, featuring King George VI with a direct portrait, yes.
Yes, he's looking straight at you.
Now we do have other notes as well, folks. We have not reviewed the 5 rupee note that we have in our collection as well, also featuring King George VI, who was the last emperor of India. But to Christina's point, where we have notes where George is facing directly in your direction, this is more, I guess, rare.
Yes.
For territories and protectorates for the monarch in terms of the United Kingdom. In most cases, they are providing a side profile to many of the banknotes. So in this case, it is a direct facing King George VI as well. So interesting note, again, from 1943. And really happy to get this note into the collection. Christina, you picked up this note relatively affordably online.
Yes.
So you're happy to have it as part of your collection in the Museum of Money. Is there anything else you wanted to say about this note?
Yeah, one cool thing about it is in the lower right-hand corner, the signature for the treasurer is actually stamped on it. It was not printed on it.
I see. You know, what would also be interesting about these notes, I'm also wondering about the backside of the note, why there was no backing to this note.
That's a good question.
So, I mean, in many cases, folks, not to depart from the subject matter of the video, but in many cases, particularly in the United States, prior to the Civil War, when you had banks issuing currency, most of the time these notes had no backings and they had to be signed into circulation. So I'm not saying that is the case for this note, but in many cases, in terms of our exposure to banknotes without a backing, that is why. So the notes can be signed into circulation.
And maybe that's why this was maybe stamped into circulation with the stamp of the treasurer.
Possibly. This could also be a transitional banknote as well. We'll have to do a little more research, and we'll bring anybody updates in terms of the comments on the video if you find anything more intriguing about this note. But at any rate, folks, this is the Malta shilling, or the Maltese shilling from 1943. If you, again, like you see what you hear, as I said, make sure you subscribe, check out the Frugal Snobs podcast, and be sure to check out all of our other videos here on the YouTube channel. Views help us out, and we like to educate and also entertain. You're going to find a lot of other videos out there, folks, and Christina and I think recently, going through some coins, have found some videos that showcase certain coins we've added to our collection or banknotes. But we find ourselves to be more entertaining, more informative, and more educational for everybody. So
hello, it's 2 to 1. 2 people to 1. We're obviously going to be more funny.
We also do research, though, and we actually care for our coins. These aren't things that are basically willed to us, or we don't buy them necessarily at yard sales and things like that, so to speak. We actually put care into our hunting and our search for the next cool item to add to the Museum of Money. And when we say that, we truly mean it. We take care of our items. We revel in obtaining them. They're basically an achievement for us.
Yes.
So we really do enjoy it. We enjoy supporting that particular market when we buy and sell coins or brokering coins or banknotes. So by all means, we hope you find this entertaining and educational. Check out all the other videos here on the channel. Like I said, make sure you subscribe. Check out the Frugal Snobs podcast. It helps us out. Be well. Never pay retail. Take care of yourself and each other.